So if it feels good to take a standing roll down, if it doesn't, just keep your spine long, bend your knees and come down. You can take a soft bend behind the knees, let your head feel heavy if a roll down does feel good. Take a moment here at the bottom of this stretch. If it's too much, you can keep the spine long this way and stretch your spine. So either more neutral or more folded. One more deep breath in and out here. And we're going to bend the knees all the way down. Keeping the toes tucked, let's sit on the heels for just a moment. So we're letting our body weight stretch open the bottoms of our feet here. Taking a big breath in and out. If you ever need more space, you can always just lean forward a little bit more. Nice. And now bring your hands forward, right underneath shoulders. If you ever need to back off a little bit, you can just hinge your hips back. From here, we're going to cat-cow the spine, rounding the spine up towards the ceiling on a big inhale. On an exhale, reach out through the ends of the spine to stretch the front body, making sure the back doesn't feel too crunched. That again, big breath in to push into your shins and your arms to stretch your spine high, and then an inhale to extend. One more, really pushing, really arching, breathing into any tight spots. Breathing out to stretch the front body. Good. Now from here, we're just going to draw two big circles with our head and tail, warming up the body. You can bend the elbows a bit as you go. You can just kind of move through these circles freely. Don't worry too much about what it looks like. Just follow what feels good. And then go the other direction, breathing in and out. Head and tail drop, two circles in front and behind you. One more time. Nice. Let's sit back for a child's pose. Stretching the arms long, letting your head feel heavy. Breathing open the back. Nice. Now before we come up to all fours, take a roll back up. You can either sit here on your knees. If you prefer just seated cross-legged, that's also fine. We're just going to take our fingers, pull them back, and push the heel of our hand forward to stretch our forearms and fingers. Gently let the head tilt side to side for a moment. Good. And then do that stretch the other way. Fingers pull back, heel of hand reaches forward. And take a side-to-side stretch again. Again, we often have our hands in flexions. This is a nice stretch to undo any tension there. Release that. Let's come back forward onto our hands and knees again. We're going to add a little rotation now. We're going to reach one arm all the way up towards the ceiling, pushing down through the single arm. That arm that's up is going to thread underneath. Reach under, let the head lower and relax. So now my arm's getting a nice stretch all the way from my shoulder blade. That again, twice more. Breathing in and breathing out to reach through and stretch. One more this direction. Big breath in and exhale. Good, we'll do the stretch to the other side. That hand comes down. Always reaching and pushing in ranges that don't irritate your shoulders, so it doesn't have to look exactly in the same range. Lowering and stretching. Two more. Big breath in to reach up, twist. Breathe out to thread underneath, stretching the shoulder blade forward. One more. Clearing breath in through the nose and breathing out to rotate through. Nice. We're going to do another child's pose. We're going to still add a little rotation. So flip one palm up, lay that arm out, and then we're going to rotate the body. Let the head rest on the arm if that doesn't feel irritating at all to the shoulder. If it does, just sit back and stretch this way or stay square. But if this lifted twist does feel good, you might get a nice added lat stretch, like the side and back of your body opening here. One more deep breath. And then do this to the other side. So either just relaxing and stretching one arm forward, or you can rotate and let the head rest on your bicep, providing more stretch for your lats. Take care of your shoulder, of course. Breathing open deeply here, whichever version feels best. Nice. And then come out of that stretch and just take a child's pose all the way back. 2 full deep breaths into back body. One more. Good. Very nice. So from here, let's now come to seated. So we're going to do some hip stretches now. First, we're going to have one leg behind you in internal rotation, front leg forward in external rotation. This back hip's going to roll forward and then back down towards the floor. So we're warming up this leg here in internal rotation. It's okay if your hip doesn't actually touch the floor, just go as far as you can. There's a little rotation in the body, but this primarily comes from the hips. Nice functional way to get healthy internal and external rotation, keeping our hips nice and mobile and happy. Let's take a moment here with the hip dropped. Big breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Nice. Take the leg that's turned in. We're going to cross it over the other leg. And now this time pull the knee in towards you. So you're pulling with as much effort as feels good to stretch this outer hip. And take a little gentle head circle around while we do this stretch. 2 circles the other way, like you're drawing a circle with your nose. And then we're going to push this knee forward. If you don't have the space, don't worry. But if you have the space to push it down, go ahead. Either just breathing there, or add a little lean or a little rock with your body. So this increases the stretch every time you send your body weight forward. Make sure to keep your spine really nice and long, neutral. Good. 2 more rocks. Nice. Last stretch here. This leg's going to reach out in line pretty much with where the other foot is. We're going to flex the foot up. Now, if this is ever too much and you want a soft bend or you want to pillow under your hips, totally fine. We're going to side stretch over the leg. So a much bigger side stretch than you did standing now. Breathing in and out as we side stretch over the leg and then lift back up. One more time, side stretch. This time hold and breathe, pulling the opposite hip down. Add a little rotation, looking towards your leg. Again, it can be bent, totally fine. If you can reach for your foot, go ahead, grab it and pull the toes back towards you, or just stretch out over your leg. And then we'll come all the way up to do this to the other side. So this leg now turns out, other leg turns in. And this back hip's gonna roll forward and then back down. Clearing breath in through the nose